everyone, and welcome to the Raw Vegan Guru channel, where we are all raising our health consciousness. So in today's video, I'm just taking a gander through the woods on a beautiful near spring day. It snowed the other day, and it's like the beginning of April. So I was totally blown away. But instead of like reacting to these type of things and attaching emotion, I was more like, well, this is a reflection of our planet and all the different variables that go into our ecosystems and how fragile and delicate everything is in nature. So when things are set off their normal balance, you're going to have things like snow in April, I guess. But now being in the woods and the sun is coming out, it's really nice because it's starting to melt. So soon enough, we'll be back into barefoot hiking because that's one of my favorite things. So today, I thought I would talk about the subject of veganism and all of the judgment that I have seen in the vegan community. Not all of it, so much love and community and positivity and friendships and great information, but there's also like the dark side of veganism. There's like a Darth Vader involved somehow, because I see a lot of these people on social media and even comments on YouTube videos where they're basically coming into a computer attack, a keyboard attack. Ooh, I have frustrations and I'm going to put it out there through this device that no one can really question me about and confront me about the challenges that I'm giving you, and you're not going to give me any. And it's just a crazy loop of negativity. So these people that I'm talking about, they're basically blaming people who aren't vegan for the suffering of animals, as specifically, like, oh, you're not vegan, then you're absolutely causing suffering to these animals. I can see the angles, but it's a real reach and stretch, and it's taking too much energy. It's absolutely creating resistance, because if you're going to be putting so much energy into blaming people for what they're not doing, where's the mirror at? Because you can buy mirrors at thrift stores for like $1. I bought some really nice big ones, because if you're going to look in that mirror, you are at fault with other things you do. So perhaps you're getting on somebody about eating meat. And I understand the passion, and that's legitimate, that you are really trying to defend the ethical rights of these animals. I'm all for it. I'm just talking more about the approach. So if you're doing that, a McDonald's burger eating chump could come over and say, well, you're not recycling and you're polluting the planet. Or you're buying these products that during the manufacturing of them are releasing toxins and pollutants into the water or the airways. So what comes around goes around, and I just think that a lot of people need to not be as judgmental and be more forgiving and accepting of all, because we are all one. We are all one consciousness. We come from the same source. And then as we were, by choice, individual choice, brought onto this physical earth, we were splinters, kind of like little hairline fractures of this one consciousness. So to blame each other and to dismiss other people's views and passions and whatnot, you're really just dismissing a part of you, because we really do mirror each other. And if you've learned a lesson like how important veganism is, as we know, for the animals and for the planet, then you're ahead of the game. You're right on track, and that's beautiful and wonderful, and keep it up. But if somebody else hasn't seen that yet or felt that, then I think the best thing we can do is live through example and not pass any judgment or make negative comments, because that's really not going to affect the other person. It might even, hurt their feelings or bring them down, but it's going to lower your vibration. So it's going to actually hinder you and your own personal growth for inner peace and happiness and connectivity. So I think that in the vegan community, we need to really take a step back and realize that we know what's up. We know what's righteous, and we know what one should do, and we know what real food is. A leg of a lamb isn't food. Yes, to some in their emotional, philosophical, and cultural ways. So I respect. But we know when it comes to chemistry and physiology that there is no place for these animal products in our bodies. But we need to just live through example and what we are doing for ourselves and for the planet and the animals. And then through those actions, other people will start to follow that. Because once you initiate and create an energy flow, a frequency, and then through your thoughts and your actions, you start to move forward and build the momentum, that's when you don't have to use words and you don't have to go after what the righteous outcome is or what a true purpose is all about, because people will naturally gravitate towards that because of your positive actions and energy field. So it's very important to not judge anybody or anything. Even, if we talked upon the subject of politics, and people get so passionate about that, and a lot of name-calling negativity and judgments involved there, again, you're only hindering your own potential and your own inner peace and tranquility because you are passing judgment onto the world itself, into the cosmos. So that stuff doesn't get forgotten when we want to talk about karma. It's not just our actions, yes, be kind to one another, but also it's our thoughts. If you're going to think negative, low vibrational thoughts upon someone because of their own confusion or their own personal beliefs, or their own past experiences, then you're really just hindering yourself, and it's going to come back to you in another form where maybe people are judging you for your veganism, and it's just going to be a perpetual cycle, and you're going to get into the hamster wheel, and then you're going to be watching Groundhog Day, because the same things are just going to repeat themselves all the time with you, and it's going to delay you achieving your inner goals. And our inner goals are to be all connected, to be all loving and all accepting, so that we can move forward in a higher vibration and really make this planet and the spiritual side in our physical life something absolutely out of this world, and so empowering and so healing and so vital to the health and the balance and the enjoyment of this planet in our experience as humans now. So those are some of my thoughts on veganism and what I'm seeing on social media. So again, let's try to really accept one another and not pass any judgment and spread the love. I remember it wasn't too long ago, kind of a funny story. There was a gentleman, I believe he was from Germany, and he had commented on my comment below on my YouTube, and he was a huge meat eating advocate, and he basically sent me a hate comment, actually two of them, a hate comment about vegans and how vegans are always preaching about how right they are and how wrong meat eaters are. And he really came at me, and I took a step back because it kind of surprised me a little. And I was like, whoa, where's this from? But I knew everything for its reason and purpose, and it was some sort of learning situation. So I actually wrote him back, and I told him that I fully accepted where he was coming from, and I understood what his beliefs were, and that I was only talking about my own personal beliefs and sharing it with people without any judgment, and that I send love to him and acceptance, and that he is a part of my community as much as people who are following and subscribing to my channel are, because I like to see all the different aspects of people's lifestyles. And I embraced him fully with kind and generous, loving words. And he actually was very surprised. He wrote me back. He said, I was the first vegan that had ever been so respectful and not demanding about their beliefs and accepting. And he ended up subscribing to my channel, and we kept in communication for a little while after that. And I thought that was a really great, important little lesson that I didn't share with anybody till now, but that's what I'm talking about. So if you get people that are bringing the aggroness with their philosophical beliefs like meat consumption or dairy, like, they're saying on your post, I don't like cows, I don't care, if I drink their milk, just silly stuff, then just come back with the love. Just come back with the love. So the more that you come back with the support and the love, the more that you take those actions in your life that are positive and all accepting and in a higher vibration, you'll start to notice that there won't be as much resistance. There won't be as much emotional attachment and feelings that are going to frustrate you and bring you down into that lower vibration where you're like, oh, I can't believe they said that. Let me get on this keyboard. That is just going to perpetuate a cycle that is not going to help your higher purpose. So my advice is, be vegan if you're vegan. Share the knowledge with others about veganism. And by the way, if you love the content of this video, or you've watched any of my other videos and you support this channel, please hit the subscribe button, like and share with your friends, and hit the bell notification so that you can get my most current videos uploaded weekly. Appreciate that. So instead of getting into the cycle, reverse that and share acceptance and share love and non-judgment. And even if you don't believe in what I'm saying, do it as an experiment. Leave a comment below and let me know what has occurred when you have tried this, or what you have seen on social media outlets when it comes to veganism versus non-vegan or meat eaters. I would love to know your experiences or your insight and how you view this subject. But if you really put out that positivity and that acceptance and non-judgment for people on the other side of the spectrum of your personal philosophy, then you're going to start to feel more fluid and more in harmony and in balance with your life overall, because you're just going to be going through it as you should, like the wind. You're not going to be hitting up against a tree with the frustration and the anger of those people who are doing things that aren't right for the earth or for the animals. I can't stand them. Wow. Even for me to just do that as a little Brad Pitt acting job, that was some heavy energy to me, and I didn't like it. I would just give the love, the acceptance. I am learning every single time I use my eyes, I hear something, I smell something, I am engaged in the present moment, and I am being shown something, something is being revealed. So when people come at me with the negativity, I'm not coming back to them with the negativity, because that would be joining the party. And I only go to parties that I dig with positive vibrations. Something like, Bob Marley would be hosting. I'm going to go to that. I'm not going to go to a party that Dick Cheney's hosting. So there are differences in vibrations. But I love and accept everyone. So yes, Cheney, I'm okay. You'll turn things around one day. And if not, you had an experience during this lifetime. So that is, I think, a great little message that I wanted to share with you today. I hope that it can become a domino effect where we really can start this practice of spreading that love to people and really sharing that oneness. Because if we can do that in our community, for the people that are watching this video and for your friends and the outlets of the compassionate, ethical, vegan, environmental, conscious realm, then we can really shift things and change the world for the better and lift all of these barriers and these veils of emotional separations and judgments. When you judge others, really, there's something going on where you're judging yourself. Be all accepting and all loving. I think that's just a good way to go. So start your day off with a smile. Have gratitude and appreciation for everything in your life and everyone in your life. And when you engage in the outside world, engage with a positive purpose. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you get outside and get some fresh air. I really loved being able to share my feelings and thoughts with you as I was walking, and now I'm going to do some of my sun gazing. So remember to subscribe to my channel, share, and hit that like button and the bell notification. I really am trying to upload videos on the daily, and yes, for sure on the weekly, but leave comments below. I love to be engaged with the community. I like to know what you think of this video or any of my other videos, or what you'd like to see in my future videos. So again, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you there. Have a blessing day. Thank you. Bye.